Welcome to Easy English with Vlad. Here we make learning English fun and simple, one story at a time. Whether you are a beginner or improving your English, you are in the right place. Today we'll explore one of the most amazing stories in human history, the birth of the airplane. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this inspiring journey through imagination, science, and courage. Since the beginning of time, humans have looked up at the sky with wonder. Birds soared above mountains, rivers, and forests, disappearing into clouds. And humans wondered, what would it be like to fly? Many cultures told stories of people trying to reach the heavens. The most famous ancient story is that of Icarus and Daedalus in Greece. Daedalus, a brilliant inventor, made wings from feathers and wax to escape imprisonment. He warned his son not to fly too high or too low, but Icarus, thrilled by the experience of flying, ignored the warning. He rose too close to the sun, the wax melted, and he fell into the sea. This story shows that humans have always dreamed of flying. Even failure did not stop imagination. Across the world, legends tell of flying men and magical birds. In Asia, Japan's Tengu and China's flying carp inspired people to reach the sky. Flight became a symbol of freedom, ambition, and hope. Centuries later, during the Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci observed birds and studied their wings. He made detailed sketches of machines with wings, propellers, and parachutes. His notebooks contain some of the first designs for helicopters and gliders. Leonardo wrote about lift and air currents. He believed humans could fly one day if they understood nature's rules. But in his time, technology was not advanced enough, and his inventions remained on paper. In the 18th century, real progress came with hot air balloons. In 1783, the Montgolfier brothers in France launched a large balloon made of silk and paper. At first, animals were sent into the air, sheep, ducks, and roosters, to test safety. Later, humans flew. People were amazed. The sky, once unreachable, had been entered. Though humans could not control direction, they had finally left the ground. During the 19th century, gliders became popular. Otto Lilienthal, a German engineer, made thousands of flights using wing gliders. He studied birds' movement carefully and learned about lift and air pressure. He made notes and measurements that would help future inventors. Tragically, he died in a crash in 1896. Yet his work inspired two young brothers in America, Wilbur and Orville Wright. Wilbur and Orville Wright were born in Dayton, Ohio, in a modest family. Their father encouraged curiosity and learning. The brothers loved tinkering and solving problems. They ran a small bicycle shop, repairing bikes and building their own designs. In the late 1890s, they read everything about flight. They studied Lilienthal's experiments. Understanding lift and air currents, they discovered that many previous inventors had miscalculated forces, making their designs fail. The Wright brothers were determined to do it right. They started with gliders. Their first designs in 1900 and 1901 were simple, with canvas wings and wooden frames. They traveled to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, to test them. The site was perfect. Strong winds and soft sand reduced the risk of injury. Their early gliders often crashed. One time, a gust of wind flipped the machine, and Wilbur narrowly escaped injury. But each failure taught them something new. The brothers built a small wind tunnel in Dayton. It was a wooden box with a fan at one end. They tested over 200 wing shapes, learning which produced the most lift. They discovered that twisting the wings slightly, called wing warping, allowed control in the air. This idea would become critical to controlled flight. They also realized that powered flight required an engine light enough to lift the airplane, but strong enough to fly. Existing engines were too heavy. With their mechanic Charlie Taylor, they designed and built a new engine. It weighed less than 180 pounds and produced 12 horsepower. This small motor would carry the first airplane into history. In 1902, the Wright brothers' glider experiments began to succeed. Wing warping worked perfectly. They practiced controlling turns, balance, and glides. They experimented for hours, often writing detailed notes about every flight. The sand dunes became a laboratory. Despite successes, many challenges remained. Wind gusts could flip the glider. The canvas sometimes tore. Orville and Wilbur patched and improved their designs, making adjustments to angles, wing curvature, and tail rudders. Every problem became a learning opportunity. By 1903, the brothers were ready for powered flight. The flyer was fragile but perfectly balanced. It had a wooden frame, cloth-covered wings, and the small engine they built. They set it on a simple rail to guide takeoff. On December 17, 1903, Orville flew first. The plane lifted off, flying 120 feet in 12 seconds. Wilbur's later flight that day lasted 59 seconds, covering 852 feet. These brief flights marked the first time a powered, heavier-than-air machine flew under human control. The Wright brothers had succeeded where so many had failed. When the Wright brothers returned home, few people believed them. Newspapers ignored their story. Many thought the claim of flight was impossible. Yet the brothers remained focused. They built new planes, improved engines, and flew privately to refine control. By 1908, they demonstrated flights in Europe. Crowds gasped as the flyers soared gracefully. Reporters called them masters of the air. Aviation schools formed, inspired by their success. Their methods and designs became standard for early aviation. Flight technology rapidly advanced. Governments and companies invested in airplanes. By the 1910s, planes were used for mail, military reconnaissance, and passenger flights. The Wright brothers' invention became the foundation of modern aviation. The invention of the airplane changed the world. Travel became faster and safer. Trade expanded. People connected across continents. Airplanes played a vital role in wars, science, and exploration. As aviation technology improved, planes became larger, faster, and more reliable. By the mid-20th century, jetliners could cross oceans. Flight made the world smaller, connecting cultures and economies. The dream that began in a small workshop in Dayton had transformed human life. Even today, every airplane we see owes its existence to the Wright brothers. Their courage, patience, and intelligence continue to inspire engineers, pilots, and dreamers. The Wright brothers' story teaches us many lessons. First, persistence matters. They failed many times, yet each failure became a step toward success. Second, careful study and experimentation are essential. They observed, tested, and corrected mistakes. Third, imagination is powerful. They dreamed of flying when few believed it was possible. Learning English is similar. Every mistake is a chance to improve. Step by step, you build skills that allow you to reach new heights. Like flight, learning is a journey that requires patience, curiosity, and courage. Thank you for listening to this story on Easy English with Vlad. I hope you enjoyed learning about the birth of the airplane. Remember, every great invention started with imagination and persistence. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss our next story. Keep practicing English, keep dreaming big, and remember, just like the Wright brothers, you can achieve amazing things when you believe in yourself. See you next time.